Hey guys, I'm back again with a channeled message this time actually. This is gonna be super non-formal, because that's just kind of how I handle channeled messages. I don't know if you can tell, but I just got done crying my eyes out. I rarely cry. It's so weird. It's really hard for me to allow myself to cry and produce tears a lot and really, you know, get the chi moving within my body and get the energy unstuck and just kind of have things flowing correctly. Just kind of moving the stale energy around within me. I woke up from a deep sleep, meditation, and I just realized all day today I've had these little bouts of anger, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things have been kind of just pulsing through me, just so apparently, just so obviously, and it's very different than anything that I've really been going through lately, because I've been doing a lot of healing and I've been in a really good place, so for this to really come to the surface like this, I'm happy because it comes out and then it's you feel a million pounds lighter. But my biggest thing that I was crying and kind of talking myself through and saying out loud to spirit and to myself is that spirit, I don't know, why does it feel like my healing will never be done? Why do I feel like I'll never reach a point where I can start truly enjoying life and I can rest and truly just take a moment to not feel like I have to do all of this important stuff? When can I feel like I can just be a normal person and do normal person things? I've been single for almost 3 years. I've been really healing in that time. In that entire 3 years, I have been truly healing so much, and it's brought me so many good, beautiful things I can't even begin to explain, the levels that I've gotten to. But let's go ahead and get to the channeling, I guess, because that was more just me kind of sharing that with you. But my channel message to anyone who will see this, is that for anyone out there that's in a place of, I guess, wondering, you're going through those phases where it's I'm really lonely, spirit, I love myself, I love being by myself, but when will someone come into my life who's meant to kind of be around? When can I have, put down, I got a message a while ago that I wouldn't put down roots for a while, but then you start to ask spirit, when you go so long in your journey, you're dang, when can I put down some roots? When can I, and if I'm not putting down roots, when can I start doing more things that I truly enjoy? You find your passion, this isn't necessarily, this channel message is about to come out more fluidly. It's not necessarily pertaining to my journey now. I found my passion. My passion makes me truly happy. I'm so grateful for that. I live somewhere that makes me feel happy and secure enough, and I have everything I need. I have no complaints about that. These are feelings that come up during my journey, that come up during the journey. So that's what I'm referring to, just to make that clear. So those thoughts, I was saying, those thoughts and feelings where it's when can I, start doing amazing things like traveling and, meeting friends who are not codependent. You get to a certain level where you're able to, you have the ability to have relationships that are not codependent, but it's it's almost you're not even looking around, but everyone who comes into your realm, it's you know, it's a weird balance of people come and then they go, and there's different kinds of relationships on different levels, so I'm not going to get too deep into that. It just kind of starts to feel for me a lot of the time that no one's staying. If I'm being completely honest, my phone never rings. I never get text messages. I rarely get DMs. If it is, it's just someone reacting to my story on Instagram, or someone commenting on something on social media, just comments on social media and my different platforms, which is fine, which is cool. And I'm not saying I need to be so active with people to feel valuable. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that to feel a normal human, because humans obviously like have this like almost kind of like innate like pull to like have some sort of human connection, like, like I don't get to hug people often. I don't get to, and it's crazy because as I'm talking, I'm getting all these downloads. That's kind of crazy, but it's just like this whole Corona thing, even like, and I don't mean to jump off topic so much, but please just hang in there with me. I'm trying to express myself the best way that I can, while still being clear enough. This whole, Corona thing has really been weighing heavily on me. It's giving me great time to like go within and spend time with myself and rest and rejuvenate, which I adore, which I love, and I'm grateful for. But it really has hit me today like, wow, I have not had much human connection. Like, I haven't hugged people enough. I haven't touched people enough. I haven't laughed with people enough, directly. And and then you're constantly just getting separated from people. And while that's good because you are like cleaning house and like purging your life, it's just, it kind of leaves you feeling in the journey like, damn, like where's my like, where's my gems? Like, I have me and I have all this spiritual knowledge, like, great, but when, I know it's a process, but when am I gonna, feel more outer joy? Like, inner joy is beautiful when you're tapped into it and you know that you don't need anything more. It's beautiful, but it's like, when am I going to start experiencing outer joy just for the hell of it? Outer happiness just for the hell of it. Like, I'm here on this earth, it's hellish at times, and it's torturous, it's all these things at times, like dark, heavy, yes, but then it's like, when will I just get a chance to just be and experience and explore and just enjoy without having to like do mental gymnastics and like figure out spiritual, it's like, it's always so calculating. Like, when can I not have to calculate stuff so much, like, when can I just do something? I don't have to, I don't have to think about it. I'm trying my best not to curse so much because I use a lot of F-bombs, but like, it makes me feel good when I curse because I feel like I'm getting the emotion out, So, yeah, so basically what I got that got channeled to me that I'm trying to channel back to you is just hard because I'm still like kind of feeling my feels, but it's like I got from spirit immediately that like, the gems, right? The gems, like, we all come to this earth with a contract. We come here for a reason. Earth is like school, School isn't always gonna be fun and blissful and like amazing, even though, being alive on our earth is not solely school. It's not solely suffering. Like, you learn spiritual enlightenment until you get to a point where you don't have to suffer anymore, and then you get to live your life in like more peace and harmony, which is beautiful. I feel like I'm definitely reaching that. I experience more peace and bliss than I do experience like hardships. Is that I feel like I have to, I constantly have to just, like, I feel like I'm constantly having to work just to get close to people, which I understand why, but it's just exhausting, and it's frustrating, but what I got basically from spirit is that, in my higher self, is that, everyone's spread out. Everyone came here to influence the billions of people that live on this planet. So because everyone is spread out to literally influence all these people on this earth to raise the frequency and make things better and help, bring everything back into balance. It's like, no, like, the best people vibrate, not the best, don't read too much into what I'm saying, forget the titles and the labels. Nobody's better, we're all part of the same whole, but just hear me out, because I just hear somebody saying like the best people, like, who are the best people? Like, the best people meaning my kind of goddamn people, so the best people for me, it's like we're all spread out doing our work. So no, we don't always have the time to get together and key and kick our feet up and just spend all this time just having blissful time together, there's work to be done. But my whole thing for me is, personally, it's like, I don't mind not being able to just be like leisurely all the time. I just want good people around me when it comes to work, being social, just doing whatever. I don't mind hanging out with, whomever, just to kind of kick it and have a good time. However, I do prefer, obviously now in life, I prefer better people in my life. So, I realize that everyone's spread out doing their work. So, everyone doesn't come together that often, Sometimes I sit and wonder, and this is for these people who feel the way that I'm feeling or have moments where they feel like I'm feeling. I'm just trying to relate, you know. Even though it's indirect and it's super like impersonal, I'm just trying to talk to you like I would talk to anyone else in my life. Because I feel like that just makes it more personal. You know what I'm saying? That's how things are supposed to feel, you know? All this cold-hearted, cyborg shit, like, it's just not for me. I'm an earth sign. I need warmth. I need, like, comfort and love and, security, balance, all that beautiful stuff. But, like, everyone's spread out and we're doing our work, which is beautiful. But, you start to wonder sometimes, like, where's my partner? Like, where's my soul family? Like, I've been waiting so long, and I've been waiting patiently and just putting the work in, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's my soul family? Where's a partner? Like, fucking fur baby, like something, you know what I'm saying? And these, I can get a fur baby if I want. So that's that's outside of what I'm really, my main point. But, this, like I said, I'm trying to channel here as much as possible. I feel like I'm still in my feelings a little bit, so it's not, I don't know how it's flowing for you guys, but it's flowing pretty good to me. I just hope it comes across. That's my intention. But, hang in there is like the best thing I can say. Like, I know that I'm not the only one who goes through those feelings. It's like, I can write 1,000 pages in my journal. I can write 1,000,000 poems. I've made 1,000,000 songs, I can watch 1,000,000 of my favorite cartoons and Netflix shows and funny movies and all this stuff. I can take 1,000,000 walks. I can, but it's like, man, one thing I know that I need right now, man, is nature, bro. The thing about LA being closed down for so long, there's not a lot of nature that's open right now. And then I live downtown, so there's not a lot of nature. And Los Angeles as a whole is just a pretty dry desert kind of climate place. So, there's not many parks with grass where you can take your feet, you take your shoes off, put your feet in the grass, earth, ground, so it gets a little tough, and then having just like my health problems and stuff like that, it's hard to even like travel far by foot because it causes me to be very tired and very sore. And then it's like, so, it's a lot, and I'm not trying to get on here and complain or whatever. I'm just trying to like relate to other people who may feel, any ways that I may feel, like just to kind of connect and relate to one another. And I know one thing that helps me a whole lot is just doing stuff like this, like doing work that I feels like matters or reaches at least one person, two people. I don't care how many people, for now. I know it takes time to build a community and build a following, and I'm all right with that. Like, shit, like, fuck, like, it's not gonna happen overnight. Like, I'm not expecting that, but it's just, it's frustrating, I can do 1,000,000 tarot reads a day, but then I start worrying like, okay, I don't want to overload these people with too much information and have them living in the future so much, like trying to always find answers, like that could be kind of detrimental. But then I realize, like, people don't, suck my shit up every time I post. So that's the good thing. It's like right now, it's kind of going slower, so that's good. People take, might watch once, get what they need, move about their way. But I feel like when it gets to those point where there's like thousands of people watching, then I'll probably be a lot more like, okay, guys, like I ain't trying to overdo it with the readings. I'm not trying to regulate it and be anyone's mom or teacher or boss or anything. It's just that I understand that having certain information and just certain gifts, like it comes with these responsibilities of like how to use them responsibly. And, I just don't want to, I'm just doing my best. And that's another thing, I don't know if it's just my Virgo energy or just me or whatever, but I feel like I just never do anything. Like, not that I never do anything right, but I feel like sometimes I feel like it's just not enough, Like, the things that I do is just not enough. Because I start feeling like, if it was enough, like, I would have more family members around me. I would have more friends. And I'm not saying that these things validate me, because they don't. It's just that, when you're just super solitary, like it's just you. Like, I'm shitting you not. What you see is what you get. It's me by myself every day, all day. It just starts to make you feel like, damn, like, is there something wrong with you? Like, it's weird, you know? Like, what fucking person is in hermit mode this long? Like, it's so weird. And then I start thinking, like, damn, like, I did spend a lot of my time in life, like, being codependent and just, like, operating from a place of, like, trauma that I didn't realize was necessarily there and how it was affecting me. So I realized that I've only been in this place of, like, being more healed and, like, obviously being able to function normally, like a normal person, from a pure place, from a aware of self place, you know. I've only been in this place for about 3 years, you know. I've been on my spiritual journey since 2012, but I've just now gotten to a place where I'm so aware of myself, where I can literally function without bringing more trauma and more suffering into my life, which is beautiful. I'm so grateful for that, like I was saying before. But it's just like, then you just, after that, I guess it's like this whole waiting game where you just wait on spirit, which is fine. It teaches you patience. It teaches you, you know, just to kind of keep releasing your control and all of that. It's just, all of that is great. It's just, man, I crave nature, dude. I crave home cooked meals. I crave hugs and laughs, you know, normal grounded activity. Like, I can't help that about myself. That's how I am naturally. It's just who I am. For those people who hate when people cry on YouTube, I never fucking cry, so don't judge me. I'm trying to hold these tears back as much as I can, but I'm just feeling this so deeply within myself, you know, and it's just spilling out, and I feel like it's a reason that I'm sharing this, so I'm just doing it. And sometimes I look back at my old videos, or I look back at my old videos a few times a year, and they really just, like, helped me so much. So it's like, I don't even care if nobody watches it. I would love if someone else watched it and helped them, but it helps me, and that's what matters to me the most, you know. But I can't lie to you when I say I wish I could just look at my window and see, you know, more nature, more people, more love, more freedom, you know. It low-key drives me insane to keep having to, you know, I understand there's a pandemic and all this shit, but it's like half the shit that we go through in this world is a lie. Like, not saying it's a lie, I'm just saying, like, there's so many layers of, like, filth and lies and deception. It's like, I'm the kind of person where I just want to break free from it all and just go in my corner, you know, with my community or my, you know, whatever, whoever, people who live and live like me and think similar to me or whatever, and, you know, start my little family and just be happy and do my work and just, like, thrive, you know, and enjoy my creature comforts and whatever I'm doing. And I know it takes time to get there, because you don't just come to earth and it's just an oasis right off the bat. You know, we came to earth at this time because there's major work to be done, and I understand that, and I'm doing my shit like a G. You know what I'm saying? I'm here 10 toes down, putting my work in for the collective, and I'm so fine with that. It's just like, wow, like, I would just wish I could have, like, more things outside of my inner world that bring more bliss into my life. I know that's a problematic thing to say, because that's kind of like demon energy in a sense, because it's like, okay, if you have everything within yourself, you shouldn't need anything from other people. But I'm gonna sit here and just say this: anyone who feels like they don't is a motherfucking liar. Unless you're a fucking monk who's been practicing for years and years and years, and you're totally fine sitting on a rock for hours without anyone around, super blissed out, like, cool. But that's not me. I'm not that. I'm not gonna sit here and claim to be that. I'm not that. I'm a human. I'm normal. In this body, in this fucking vessel, I'm normal. Outside of this vessel, in the spiritual world, yeah, I may be this, like, super ethereal, like, being. I'm sure I am, because I feel it inside of myself. But right now, while I'm in this body, when I have emotions and I have, you know, my perceptions and, you know, whatever, it's like, I can't help that I want to feel connected to people, not fucking virtually all the time. Because I'm a human. I'm a earth sign 4 times over. You know, and I'm saying this to myself first because nobody is making me feel like I have to be perfect. Society, maybe, or like social media, but that's why I kind of cut that down a whole lot. And maybe that's why I'm so separated from society now, because people don't understand me. All they do is like, you know, people like me, people like us who are watching this and understanding and relating, like people don't understand. So they push all of this shit on you, and it just kind of makes you feel like worse, or it just makes you feel icky, you know. So it's bittersweet, and I'm grateful, but then I'm also like hoping for more. You know, to me, it's nothing wrong with wanting more fullness in your life. You could be full and whole on your own. That doesn't mean that you want to spend day in and day out just not coming in contact with people, you know, like pretty much at all, in a warm, loving, connected way. Genuine, pure of heart, pure intentions. I'm tired of people coming into my realm, you know, wanting to suck me dry of what I have just so they can go disappear. And like I don't hear from them, see them again. They don't come and check on me later. You know, it's I don't deserve that. Like, come on now. I've known that for a while. I don't deserve that shit. And I have bravery enough to say I'm not just gonna settle either. So yeah, I guess taking the harder road, this is just what it comes with. This is the unbeaten path. Like, no wonder it's unbeaten, because it's not an easy one. You gotta make the way. So that's the channel. That's what I have to say. That's just that. I'm still working on it. I'm gonna keep working on it, you know? I'm gonna keep working on it. But in the meantime, your girl could use some TLC outside of herself. You know, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm about to literally have a spa day and kick back and relax for the rest of this day. But, you know, your girl could use a hug, god damn it. Your girl could use lighthearted conversation. Just like, sometimes I wish we could just go back to a place where people just talked on the street and just, I don't know. I just wish things weren't so backward, you know. That's my rant. I'm done. Bye.